60 people have been killed in ethnic clashes in northeastern Indian state of Manipur, with mobs attacking homes, vehicles, churches and temples, officials said. N. Biren Singh, the Chief Minister of Manipur, said in a press conference on Monday that more than 200 people were injured and 10 of thousands displaced in the clashes.
तो मई थार को हुई घटना को सबसे अनफॉर्चुनेट हम लेते हैं और इसी घटना में जो जान गई है एज पर दी अवेलेबल रिपोर्ट एज ऑफ नाउ अराउंड 60 सब इनोसेंट हैं और इंजूर हुआ है अराउंड 231 पीपल, सीरियस है, माइनर है और घर उड़ चढ़ा है. Around 1,700 houses were burned down.
The violence began last week after indigenous communities held a rally to protest against demands by the main ethnic group in the state for tribal status. Members of the Métis community, who account for 53% of the state's population, have been demanding inclusion under the Scheduled Tribe category for years, which will give them access to forest lands and guarantee them a proportion of government jobs and places in educational institutions. The community is already recognized as Scheduled Tribes, especially Kukis who live in the hill districts, worry that they may lose control over the ancestral forest land if the Métis demand is accepted. On Monday, India's Home Minister Amit Shah told a news channel that the situation in Manipur was under control and appealed to the people to maintain peace. The Manipur government would consult all stakeholders before taking a decision on the matter, he said. Thousands of troops have been deployed in the state to maintain order, and a curfew is in place in several districts and internet access has been suspended. Last week, the state's governor issued shoot-on-sight orders in extreme cases to bring the situation under control. India's Supreme Court has expressed concern over the violence and asked the state government to submit an updated report on relief and rehabilitation measures after a week. Mr. Singh said on Monday that more than 20,000 people who were left stranded in relief camps had been moved to safety. He said efforts were on to rescue another 10,000 people. The evacuees include a large number of women and children. Locals say they are worried about the future. We don't feel safe right now, El Sanglun Sinte, a resident of the state capital Imphal, told AFP news agency. The 29-year-old Kuki has been campaigning outside Imphal airport with 11 of his family members. The army on Sunday said that there had been a lull in the fighting after soldiers worked tirelessly for the past 96 hours to rescue civilians across all communities, curb violence and restore normalcy. But the situation is still tense in several parts of the state. While local residents remain in army shelters, other states have sent rescue teams to get their people out of Manipur. Some states like Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh have arranged special flights for the evacuees. Mr. Singh said that more than 1,000 guns had been looted from security personnel, of which around 2,200 had been recovered. He added that unless the weapons were returned to police stations, the state would launch an operation to recover them. Violence began last Wednesday. Mobs vandalized vehicles and burned homes and shops in Imphal and several other districts. Videos and photos showed buildings set on fire with thick black smoke engulfing the streets. The army said it is bringing the situation under control. On Monday, people came out to buy food, medicines after curfews were relaxed for a few hours in the affected areas. News agency PTI reported.